slow, like you knew every eye would follow you. You didn't smile, you didn't try, you just existed and I complied. Your voice was low, it pulled me near, like every word I needed to hear. You said my name like it was safe, like I could rest inside that space. I told myself not to lean in, not to fall for the way you spin truth into something soft and warm. I was already losing form. I felt it before I understood the danger dressed up as something good. I saw the signs, I closed my eyes. I wanted the lie more than the truth that night. I was seduced by your charm, by the way you held my fear. You made me feel like I was chosen, then disappeared. I was seduced by your charm. Every touch felt like a vow. I didn't know I was falling until I was too far down. You knew exactly what to say, how to keep my doubts at bay. You held my silence like a secret, like it was something you could keep. Your hands were gentle, almost kind, like they never planned to leave a mark. But softness cuts the deepest skin when you don't see the knife begin. I laughed when you crossed the line, called it love, called it timing. I let you rewrite all my rules. I made excuses just for you. You said you weren't like the rest. You said you'd never leave a mess. I trusted you without defense. I didn't know that was consent. I was seduced by your charm, by the way you pulled me close. You made me feel unforgettable. Won't forget me the most. I was seduced by your charm. Every look felt like a promise. I mistook desire for love and paid for all of it. Maybe I wanted to be wanted more than I wanted the truth. You felt like a beautiful storm. I ran into you. I still feel your shadow in my chest, like you never really left. You taught me how to crave a lie and call it something else. I gave you parts I never share. You touched them like you didn't care. You said my scars were nothing bad, then used them when you had the chance. I blurred the lines, I lost my ground. I loved the way you pulled me down. I thought surrender meant I'd stay. I didn't know I'd fade away. Slow breath, cold skin. Say my name, pull me in. I was seduced by your charm, by the way you made me feel seen. You held my heart like it was fragile, then handled it mean. I was seduced by your charm, and I call it destiny. Now I'm left with your echo, and what you did to me can made to low. I see it clear. Your charm was just a polished fear. I learned the cost of wanting to be held. I was seduced by your survived myself. The clock is blinking like it knows I've been waiting here too long. Your name lights up then fades again, like it's scared of being wrong. I sit with silence on my tongue, cold coffee, warmer doubts. I practiced all the things I'd say, but you didn't show up now. The chair across from me is empty, still feels heavier than mine. I told myself you'd run in late, like you always do on time. I checked the door 1,000 ways, heard your steps in every sound. Hope is cruel, it wears your face, then lets me down. You're late, but I waited anyway. You're late, like my heart didn't get the memo to move on. I gave you time, I gave you space, I gave you more than I should say. You're late, and I think I finally know. My phone is quiet, but my mind won't stop calling out your name. I keep defending all your flaws like they're mine to take the blame. You said you needed time to think, I gave you days, I gave you me. But thinking turned into goodbye, and you forgot to tell me. I wore your promises like truth, like they were something solid. I built a future in my head you never even wanted. I learned your silence, learned your pace. I learned how not to fall apart, but waiting taught me everything about my heart. You're late to everything we planned. You're late, like loving me was never in your hands. I stayed calm, I stayed kind, I stayed long past the warning signs. You're late, and I don't wait anymore. Maybe you thought I'd always be here. Maybe you thought I wouldn't change. I was patient, I was quiet, I was breaking every day. I saved a seat for who you were, not who you turned out to be. I waited for an apology that never came to me. I bent my rules, I bit my tongue, I called your absence just for now. I trusted every almost there until I ran out. I held the door, you didn't rush. I called it love, you called it luck. You showed up when it didn't count, now it's too much. Break, tick, tock, empty room. Say sorry, say it soon. You're late to the love I needed then. You're late to fixing what you broke in me. I tried to wait, I tried to stay, but waiting cost me everything. You're late, and I chose myself today. The clock moves on, so do I. I stopped waiting, I survived. You're late, but I'm finally on time. talk too much, but say nothing. Fill the room with empty sounds. You love the echo of your own voice, like listening is out of bounds. You ask me how I'm feeling, then interrupt my breath. You want my honesty, just not the part that's left. You smile like you've won something, like I'm a game you played. I bite my tongue so hard, I'm tasting everything I didn't say. You say relax, you're overthinking, like that explains it all. But every time you say my name, it feels like nails against the wall. I'm annoyed by the way you don't notice. I'm annoyed by the way you pretend you care. You lean in close, invade my space, then act surprised I'm not okay. I'm annoyed, yeah, I'm more than annoyed. You show up late, like it's a joke, like time bends just for you. You call me sensitive when I react to what you do. You cross my lines and blame my tone, say I'm hard to understand. Funny how you never listen, but always need a hand. You love to say you hate drama, but somehow you survive on tension in the atmosphere and pushing me to fight. You say I'm reading into things like patterns don't exist. I know the difference between a slip and something you persist. I'm annoyed by the way you play it cool. I'm annoyed by how you always make the rules. You take up air, you take up space, then tell me I should know my place. I'm annoyed, yeah, I'm done being polite. I'm not angry, I'm exhausted. There's a difference, you crossed it. I'm not angry, I'm exhausted. There's a difference, you crossed it. I used to explain myself, now I just go quiet. Silence is the only thing you can't argue with. I bent myself to keep the peace. I called your selfishness just you. I blame my mood, I blame the day, I never blame the truth. You drain me slow, you drain me dry, then ask me why I changed. I didn't lose my patience, I finally rearranged. Stop talking, listen once, say my name, then don't. I'm annoyed, and I don't know you calm. I'm annoyed, and that doesn't mean I'm wrong. I tried to meet you halfway there, but you never moved, you never cared. I'm annoyed, and I'm choosing myself. Oh, your eyes, I take my leave. I don't explain, I don't repeat. Call it cold, call it destroyed, I call it done. I'm annoyed. The mirror doesn't recognize my face. I look the same, but something's misplaced. I wear my smile like borrowed clothes. It fits outside, but nobody knows. I still sleep on your side of the bed, like leaving it empty means what you said was real, was true, was meant to stay. not just words you threw away. The walls still hum with things unsaid. Your name keeps living in my head. I try to quiet all the noise, but missing you isn't a choice. You said you love me, soft and slow, like you were scared I'd let you go. I held on to every sound, didn't hear the way it broke me down. I'm broken hearted, but I smile like I'm fine. I say I'm over it, like I'm not losing time. You took the best of me and left without a scar. I'm broken hearted, trying to glue what you tore apart. My phone lights up, I still react, even when I know you won't text back. Hope shows up without a warning, leaves me empty by the morning. They say I'll heal, they say I'll grow, but no one tells you how to let go of something that once felt safe, now just leaves a bitter taste. I replay moments I should forget, all the almost, all the regrets. I loved you loud, you loved me late. You called it time and I call it fate. I learned your silence, learned your cues. I learned when I was about to lose. You pulled away, I pulled you close, like love's a game I played alone. I'm broken hearted, but I don't say a word. I let the pain sit quietly like it deserves. You promised forever, then changed your mind. I'm broken hearted, but you sleep just fine. Maybe I loved you more than you loved me. Maybe you knew and stayed anyway. I keep asking what I did wrong, like loving you was a mistake. I folded myself to fit your life, ignored the way it cut like a knife. I stayed so you wouldn't leave. Funny how that worked on me. I gave you trust I can't replace. I gave you time, I gave you space. You took it all and walked away like love was just a phase. I watched you change, I stayed the same, still saying your name like it's safe. I broke in pieces you don't see while you were busy feeling free. Slow breath, cold night, say your name, hold tight. I'm broken hearted, but I'm still standing here. I cried enough tears to face my fears. You don't get to own the rest of my scars. I'm broken hearted, but I won't stay in the dark. The lights go low, I let you go, not all at once, but slow. I loved you deep, I loved you true. I'm broken hearted, but I'm still me without you. You say my name like it's a secret, like it might break if he said too loud. You hold my heart like it's fragile, but you don't know how to hold it now. We lie awake in the same bed, but worlds apart, just skin and breath. Your silence presses on my chest, like love is something we can't confess. I trace the lines along your face, try to remember why I stayed. You look at me, then look away, like loving me is a choice you hate. You tell me love is complicated, like that excuse is all the pain. But love shouldn't feel this lonely, even when you say my name. Is this love, or just the fear of being alone? Is this love, or something we've already outgrown? I give you more than I should, I stay longer than what's good. If this is love, why does it hurt like it shouldn't? Your touch is warm, but something's gone, like you've been leaving all along. I laugh at jokes that don't feel right, just to keep us alive tonight. My phone lights up, I hope it's you, even when I know you're through. Hope's a habit I can't break, even when my hands still shake. They say love's blind, they say it's kind, but love shouldn't mess with your mind. I keep defending all your scars, like they explain the way you are. I learned your moods, I learned your lies, I learned to read between your eyes. I changed myself to make you stay, still watched you slowly fade away. Is this love? Isn't loud, maybe it's quiet and cruel. Maybe I loved the idea more than I loved you. I count the nights I cried alone while lying right beside you. I beg my heart to let you go, but it never listened to. I gave you trust, I gave you time, I gave you parts that weren't mine. You took them all without a sound and left me trying not to drown. I stayed when leaving was the sign. I crossed your lines, you crossed mine. I thought if I just loved you more, you'd love me like before. Say it slow, say it true. Tell me now, what is love to you? Is this love when I'm breaking just to stay? Is this love when you look at me that way? I'd fight for us, I always do, but love takes more than one to choose. If this is love, why do I feel like I'm losing you? this is love. I deserve more. I laugh a little louder than I feel, like noise can hide what's real. I wear my sadness like perfume, invisible but fills the room. You ask me if I'm doing fine, I say every time. It's easier to lie out loud than explain this heavy sound. I learned to swallow every scream, call it calm, call it mature. I smile like it doesn't hurt, like pain is something I ignore. You don't see the way I flinch when silence gets too close. You don't hear the thoughts I fight when I'm alone the most. It's painful, trying not to feel it all. It's painful, pretending I don't fall. I keep it cool, I keep it neat, but everything inside of me is painful. Yeah, painfully me. You in and shut the door. I hate myself for wanting more. I crave the warmth, I fear the burn. Every lesson's hard to learn. I'm good at pushing people back, then crying when they don't attack. I say I like my space alone, but loneliness feels like home. I joke about the things that sting, make heartbreak sound like nothing. If I laugh first, it won't hurt. At least that's what I tell myself. I don't need sympathy, I just want someone to see that being strong all of the time is slowly killing me. It's painful, holding all this in my chest. It's painful, if I instead of blessed. I built these walls to feel safe, now I'm trapped inside the shape. It's painful, more than words can say. I'm not dramatic, I'm just tired. There's a difference, no one hears. I don't want attention, I want relief. I want my mind to stop fighting me. I've been kind to everyone else, I've been cruel to myself. I forgive what cuts me deep, then punish me for feeling weak. I stay quiet, keep it clean, so no one knows what's underneath. If they saw the mess inside, they might leave and I'd survive. Or maybe that's just fear talking, maybe I'm already alone. Maybe pain's the only thing that stayed this long. Slow heart, fast thoughts, breathe in, then stop. It's painful, letting someone get this close. It's painful, every secret I don't show. I don't want to If I go quiet, don't assume that I don't feel the room. I feel too much, I feel too deep. That's why I barely sleep. I'm learning how to let it out without turning into doubt. It's painful, yeah, it's true, but I'm still here. I'm still you. You touch my hand like it might break, like I'm a secret you should say. Your fingers hesitate then stay, like you're afraid I'll fade away. The room is quiet but it's loud, with all the things we don't talk about. Your breath is close, I feel it bend, every wall I try to defend. I've been sharp, I've been cold, I learned that young, I learned it alone. But when you look at me like that, I forget the armor that I had. You don't rush, you don't demand, you just hold me where I am. And somehow that's the hardest part, letting someone see my heart. Be tender with me, I'm not as strong as I pretend to be. I know I joke, I know I run, but I break easy just for fun. Be tender with me, I've been holding my breath for years. If you're gonna stay this close, please don't disappear. I flinch when love gets too sincere, like pain is always hiding near. I learned to laugh it all away, call it fine when it's decay. You see the cracks I try to hide, you don't ask me why I lie. You don't tell me to be brave, you just sit with what I say. Everyone wants something loud, something easy, something proud, but you don't ask me to perform. You let me be a quiet storm. You don't fix me, don't explain, you don't treat me like a phase. You let silence do the work, and somehow that's what hurts. Be tender with me, I'm tired of being hard to read. I wear my scars like they're a joke, but every laugh is smoke. Be tender with me, I don't know how to ask for help. If you're gonna touch my soul, please do it gently. I'm not broken, I'm just careful. There's a difference, I swear there is. I don't need saving, I need patience. I need someone who won't leave when it gets quiet. I've been alone inside a crowd, I've been screaming without a sound. I learned to need nobody else, 'cause needing someone never helped. But you stand here soft and slow, like you already know that loving me means learning how to move without making a sound. I don't want promises too big, I don't want forever said too quick. I just want truth without the knife, I just want warmth without the fight. Slow hands, soft eyes, don't rush this time. Be tender with me, I'm letting you see underneath every fear I never named, every time I ran away. Be tender with me, That's all I know. You don't look at me the way you used to. Your eyes pass through me like I'm invisible. You say my name like it's a habit, not like it means something anymore. We sit in silence side by side. Your body's here, but not your mind. I feel you leaving every day, even when you swear you'll stay. I learn your pauses, learn your tone, the way you hold your phone too close. You smile, but it doesn't read. There's a distance you don't speak. You say you're tired, say you're lost. You never say what this will cost. I'm scared to ask, but scared to wait. Tell me now before it's too late. If that's what you want, if walking away feels right, if loving me feels like a fight, then I'll step aside. If that's what you need, if my heart's too heavy to hold, if you're ready letting go, I won't beg you to stay. If that's what you want. I replay moments in my head, all the things we never said. Every promise sounds unsure, like you don't believe it anymore. Your laugh feels softer, shorter now, like you're saving it for someone else. I hate that I still memorize every lie behind your eyes. They say love changes, people grow, but love shouldn't feel this cold. I keep pretending I'm okay while watching you drift away. I learned to smile through the pain, I learned to lose without the blame. But every night I ask myself if I was ever really enough. If that's what you want, to leave without a sound, to turn our rush into the past and not look back around. If that's what you need, to breathe without my name, then I'll carry all the blame and let you go free. If that's what you want, I would've stayed, I would've tried, I would've held you through the night. But love can't live where it's not chosen, and I feel you already closing. I gave you all the parts of me, I kept the broken ones to heal. Now I don't know who I am without your hand inside my hand. I loved you loud, you loved me less. I felt it, but I said nothing. I thought silence would save us. Now it's the thing that's killing me. Say it slowly, say it true, say you're done, so I can too. If that's what you want, I won't stand in your way. I'll smile even if it breaks. Let you fade. If that's what you need to feel alive again, then I'll be the end of this story we made. If that's what you need, close my eyes I loosen my grip. I loved you enough to let this slip. If that's what you want, I'll stay strong and pretend that losing you is how I win. I keep my lights low, shadows on the wall, talking to the silence like it's gonna call. Your name tastes bitter when it leaves my tongue. I act like I'm healed, but I'm far from done. Your jacket's still hanging behind the door, like you might come back like you did before. Every breath I take feels slightly wrong, like I'm breathing air where you once belonged. I learned how to smile without a sound. I learned how to drown without going down. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but I still fall when you're around. Did I ever love you, or just the idea of your touch? Did you ever see me, or was I never enough? I say I'm over you, but my hands still shake when I try. If I ever loved you, why does goodbye still feel like a lie? Your voice still lives in my empty phone. Every unsent text feels like a bone stuck in my throat. I can't let it go. I pretend I don't care, but you know I know. I sleep with the TV to drown my mind. Every happy ending feels unkind. They say time heals, but time just proves I lost myself trying not to lose you. I laugh too loud, I cry too late. I call it fate, but blame my fate. I tell the mirror I'm okay. It never believes a word I say. Did I ever love you, or just the fear of being alone? Did you ever need me, or was I just a temporary home? I say I'm over you, but your shadow follows my eyes. If I ever loved you, why does goodbye still feel like a lie? Maybe love is quiet, maybe love doesn't stay. Maybe I was too much, or maybe you walked away. I trace your name on broken glass. I bleed, but I don't look black. I gave you all the parts of me I hid from everyone else. Now I don't know who I am when I'm alone with myself. Breathing more, breathing in, breathing out, saying your name without a sound. Did I ever love you, or was I just learning how? Did you ever feel it, or was it one-sided somehow? I swear I'm over you, but my heart still knows your truth. If I ever loved you, I'm still loving you. I turn off the lights, let the silence choose. If I ever loved you, I'm still learning to lose. The lights are low, the air feels thin. You're standing close but pulling in. Your eyes won't stay, they look away. like you've already left this place. Your hands are cold inside of mine, like they don't want this anymore time. I hear the truth inside your breath, even silence sounds like left. I memorize the way you sigh, like it's the last time you'll be mine. Every second feels too slow. Tell me now, I need to know. You say it's not my fault again. Those words don't soften how this ends. You swear you care, you swear you tried, but love shouldn't feel like goodbye. Why do you have to go? Like I'm easy to forget. Why do you have to leave? Like we never really met. I built a home inside your name. You walked out like it meant nothing. Why do you have to go and take the best of me with you? Your shadow stays, you don't remain. The door shuts loud inside my brain. I replay every little sign. Everywhere I find was a lie. Your voice still rings inside my head. All the things you almost said. I wear your absence like a bruise. It hurts in ways I didn't choose. They tell me time will make it fade, but time just keeps your ghost awake. I talk to you when I'm alone. You don't answer, but I hope. I learn to smile through the ache. I learn to bend, I learn to break. You said you needed space to breathe. Why did it cost the air in me? Why do you have to go? Like I didn't give my all. Why do you have to leave? Like I don't matter at all. I trusted you with every scar. You dropped them like they weren't hard. Why do you have to go and leave me standing in the dark? Maybe love is temporary. Maybe I was just a phase. Maybe you were never ready to stay. I count the seconds since you left, like numbers owe me something back. I keep your name between my teeth. It tastes like grief. I gave you more than I should give. I loved you like I'd always live with you beside me in my mind. Now I'm surviving, not alive. Don't say forever if you will until. Don't say you love me if you never will. Why do you have to go when I'm still holding on? Why do you have to leave? Like the love was already gone. I try to hate you, I can't lie. My heart still bets you every night. Why do you have to go when I still haven't let you go? The room is quiet. I breathe in slow. I whisper words you'll never know. Why do you have to go? And I loved you enough to stay. room still smells like yesterday. Your silence never went away. I count the cracks along the wall, like they might tell me why you'd fall. Your coffee cup still by the sink. I wash it, then I overthink. Every small thing knows your name. Nothing here feels quite the same. I talk to shadows in my bed. They answer things you never said. I swear I hear you when I sleep, but ghosts don't promise what they keep. I learned to breathe without your air. I learned to smile like I don't care. But every night my body knows you're the reason my heart goes slow. You left me standing in the quiet after you. You left me picking up the pieces you broke into. I say I'm fine, I lie so well, but every part of me can tell you left me. And I'm still living in the truth. Your jacket hangs like you'll return, like love's a lesson never learned. I hear your laugh in crowded rooms. It fades too fast, it hits too soon. My phone lights up, it's not your name. I hate how hope still plays this game. They say I'll heal, they say I'll move, but healing feels like losing you. I trace your face inside my head. Every word we almost said. If love is real, then why does it disappear like we never existed? I sleep with the noise to kill the sound of all the ways you let me down. I tell myself I'll be okay. Tomorrow feels too far away. You left me with your echo in my chest. You left me trying to forget the way we felt. I swear I'm strong, I swear I cope, but strength still breaks when mixed with hope. You left me and called it love at its best. Maybe I was too quiet, maybe I was too much. Maybe you wanted freedom more than my touch. I replay the night you changed, like I could stop it all again. I gave you pieces of my soul. You packed them up and let them go. Now I don't know who I am without your weight inside my hand. Rain exhale, say your name, then I felt you left me. Like I learned to be okay. You left me like love's supposed to walk away. I say I'm fine, I almost do, until my heart remembers you. You left me. But you never really stayed. The lights go out, I let them be. You left me, but I stayed with me. The platform's cold, it smells like rain. People moving, calling names. I stand still while time goes fast, like I'm the only thing that's past. Your suitcase leaning on your side, like you already chose your life. You don't look sad, you don't look sure, you look like someone wanting more. The speaker echoes places far. I memorize the sound of cars. I count the seconds on the clock. Each one feels heavier to stop. Your hand is close but not in mine, like we ran out of borrowed time. You say it's for the best, you know, but your voice breaks when you say go. At the train station, with your back turned to me, I practice breathing like this is how it's supposed to be. You say you'll call me like distance isn't real. At the train station, I learn what goodbye feels like. Your reflection shakes in passing glass. I see us fading as it passes fast. You smile like you're trying to be brave, like love's a thing you couldn't save. My phone is heavy in my hand, full of words I never planned. I wanna scream, I wanna stay, I wanna ask you not to go away. The train arrives with metal screens. It sounds too close to how I feel. Everyone's leaving something here. Some leave luggage, I leave years. You too, you'll miss me. Say my name like saying it might stop the train. I nod like I'm okay with this, like breaking hearts is painless. At the train station, under flickering lights, you promise forever, but only me. And tonight, you kiss my cheek like it's safer that way. At the train station, I watch you walk away. Maybe love is temporary. Maybe this is how it ends. Two people standing still, pretending we're still friends. I count the cracks along the floor, like they'll tell me what this is for. I hold my tears until they shake. I don't want this to be war. Friends, I gave you all my quiet days. You gave me reasons, then delays. You said the distance wouldn't change, but distance always knows my name. I loved you in between the lines, in missed calls and borrowed time. I stayed when leaving felt so clear. You leave like nothing's holding you here. Doors closing, last call. Say it now, or don't at all. At the train station, when the door slides shut, I finally feel it. The moment you let go of us, I wave like I'm stronger than I've ever been. At the train station, I lose you again. The train pulls off, the platform's bare. Your shadow fades, but I'm still here. At the train station with your name in my chest. I don't chase the train, I just stand and accept. The room is quiet, but my heart is loud. I hear your thoughts, but you won't say them out. You sit so close, I feel the space between your words, between your face. Your fingers shake when they touch mine, like you're already crossing the line. You're breathing slow, you look away, like you're deciding if you'll stay. I study every little move, like I'm afraid of losing you. Even the way you say my name feels softer now, it's not the same. You tell me you're here, you tell me you care, but your eyes keep searching somewhere else. I'm scared to ask what I already know. Some answers hurt more said out loud. If I'm beside you, why do I feel alone? If I'm beside you, why does your heart feel closed? I give you all the love I know, you hold it like you're letting go. If I'm beside you, are you already gone? We talk in circles, never straight. You call it love, I call it late. Every promise sounds unsure, like you don't mean them anymore. Your laugh feels distant, out of reach, like it belongs to someone new. I hate that I still memorize every silence coming from you. My phone lights up, my heart reacts, even when I know the facts. Hope still lives inside my chest, even when it hurts the best. I learned your habits, learned your pain, I learned the signs you walk away. I changed my voice, I changed my tone, so you don't feel this distance grow. If I'm beside you, why don't you hold my hand? If I'm beside you, why don't you understand? I'd stay with you through every truth, but staying takes the both of us too. If I'm beside you, why do you slip through my hands? Maybe I'm loving you too quietly. Maybe you never noticed me. I'm right here, I always was, but love ignored is still a loss. I count the seconds when you sigh, like that's the moment you decide if I'm the one you want to keep, or just the one you couldn't leave. I gave you time, I gave you space, I gave you every fragile place. You said you needed room to breathe. I didn't know it meant losing me. I stayed when leaving felt so clear. I held you close when you weren't here. I loved you like you'd never go. You loved me like you didn't know. Say my name, look my way. Tell me now, don't delay. If I'm beside you, why does it hurt this bad? If I'm beside you, why do I feel so sad? I'd fight for you, I always do, but love can't live if it's one-sided too. If I'm beside you, why don't you choose me back? lights go low, I breathe in slow. I let you be what you chose. If I'm beside you, you still don't stay, then maybe love is walking